Shema Yaladim, and hear me as well, for now is the story of Purim to tell. It took place in Shushan so long, long ago. Now off to Persia we all will go. This beautiful kingdom ruled a king with no brain. Who'd think such a thing? He spent all his days and his nights having fun, parading his wealth in the warm Persian sun. Vashti was his loyal wife. She promised to love him all of her life. She promised, that is, until he did ask for her to perform an unthinkable task. And as grand as the parties, the king did command Queen Vashti for royal men of the land. I'm not your servants, and dance I will not. Vashti refused to King sexist plot. For Vashti, you see, was not known as a fibber. She was, in fact, history's first women's libber. Vashti was banished, away she did go. Where did she go? That we do not know.
Keep on running, cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
And we're back with today's top stories.
Queen Vashti refuses to come in front of the king, and he has her executed.
In this fair kingdom lived also the Jews, who could not practice the religion they choose. No Torah, no challah, no matzah ball soup. For a villain named Haman had started a coup. Bow down to me now, cruel Haman did say, for I'm an important man of the day. I'm the king's right-hand man, I rule all that I see. If you don't bow down now, you will cease to be. Meanwhile, back at the palace grand, an announcement went out throughout the land. A new queen to be chosen in an unusual way, in a beauty contest held the very next day. All of the maidens of the land were forced to appear, from near and from far and from near. One such maiden had brains and had grace. Esther was her name, such a pretty face. Encouraged by her uncle, or was it cousin Mordecai? I beg you, dear Esther, this you must try. With your brains and your beauty, you he would choose. Go, 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 comb your hair, wear nice shoes. Besides that, my dear, with your grace and your charm, you will blow them away, you'll be on King Ahasuerus's arm. Unsure of herself, but willing to go, because she loved her uncle so. She entered the contest, but said, Uncle dear, promise me that you'll always stay near. The contest was held. They came one and all, and Esther, of course, was the queen of the ball. Though Ahasuerus chose her and she was now queen, there was one rotten rule she had not foreseen. Under penalty of death, she had to obey the following rule in an unbending way. Her new husband commanded she could only see him when he chose to see her and on his whim. So now back to Haman, that cruel, crusty fellow. At the top of his lungs, he continued to bellow, bow down, now I come in, or great harm will come to you in this land." Mordecai, of course, refused to obey. "I bow only to God to my last dying day." Haman's face turned red with anger and hate. "I'll get you, my pretty, if it's the last breath I take." Mordecai turned his back, and others did follow. As for Haman, well, his pride he had to swallow. "That Jew Mordecai has ruined my heinous plot. Because of this affront, I will have to draw lots. The straw that I pick, the one that comes nigh, is the day that the Jews of Persia will die." In his three-cornered hat he did cast all of the dates, the future, the past. The lot that he picked was the 13th of Adar. Make ready the gallows, Adar is not far. Right after Haman he did pester, went Mordecai to see Queen Esther. At the palace gate 2 guards he did broach, plotting to kill King Ahasuerus. Brave Morty protected his king and his land, revealing the plot in the palace grand. His loyalty and his brains gave him the upper hand. The king in his chamber that evening did read of Mordecai's loyalty in the good book of deeds. With the smallest of brains the king thinked and he think, "Who is this Mordecai who saved me from the brink? Who is this man who foiled the guard's plan? I must reward him, send for Haman." A question to Haman Ahasuerus did pose. "How should I honor a man who has been on his toes, who has saved my kingdom through heroic deeds, without a single thought to his own needs?" Haman, thinking this hero was he, for saving the kingdom from the Jews for the king, pompously swelled with excitement and greed. He knew the king would his words heed. "I think, my dear king, no reward is too great. Give him diamonds and jewels, a house by the lake, fabulous clothing, and all of the best. Let him ride the king's horse on your next birthday fest." "Make it so, dear Haman, loyal right-hand man. Bring forth Mordecai the Jew, this is my command. Instruct all my tailors, my jewelers, my builders, to spare no shekels, no rubles, nor guilders. Call all the king's horses and all the king's men to honor this Jew again and again."
He got it, 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 he got it. Where's the competition at? Not a one found. There's only one king and only one crown.
Haman, astounded, speechless at best, felt his anger spread from his feet to his chest. Could it be that this man who refused to bow down must now be honored through all the town?
Yeah, boy!
Seizing the moment, the opportunity here, Mordecai to Esther did appear. Using his wits and oh so clever brain, Morty made history, now Esther has fame. "You must risk your life and go to the king and tell him about this heinous thing, that Haman is planning the Jews all will die. You must go, brave Esther, this you must try." "But cousin, or uncle," she said, trembling with fear, "without his permission I cannot go near. It could be my life, I am so afraid." But Morty replied, "You can do this, babe. Use your brains and your charm and your purtiest skirt, and your shine of Purim, what could that hurt?" So Esther swallowed her fear, and she calmed her nerves. She went after this task with vim and with verve. At a party given that very same night, she walked into the banquet trembling with fright. Although shocked to see her, the king did beckon. I'll see her, it's fine, I reckon." "Dear husband," she said, "I've gotten some news, so horribly that I did choose to come unsummoned to be by your side. You must listen to me. After all, I am your bride." Risking her life, Esther told him the story of Haman's dastardly plan, evil and hoary. Esther, still tremblingly, explained to her mate, "My lord, at the risk of sealing my fate, I must tell you something that may be news to you. Someone is planning to kill all the Jews. This includes Mordecai and all of his kin, and in this category you must put me in. For you see, I am Jewish, but so loyal to you. Please don't hurt my people, don't hurt the Jews. I feel, my dear husband, and let you act with your heart. I too will die on the 13th of Adar." Thinking the thoughts a king would sure think, that his loyal wife deserveth a mink, he called for his henchman, his number 2, to question again what should he do in order to save his wife and her king. Haman, of course, slunk right in. "Esther, dear Esther, tell Haman your fear. Don't be afraid. Tell him, my dear." "Okay, here goes nothing," said Esther inside. She looked straight at Haman and summoned her pride. "You wicked man, how dare you pretend that you were loyal to my king to the end? You who did plot to destroy all the Jews also will kill me, whom the king did choose. For I too am Jewish, you hateful old goat." "Turn around," said the king. "I'll give you the boot. I sentence you now to the gallows you built. Not a single drop of Jewish blood shall be spilt. Pack up your belongings, but don't go far. On the gallows you'll be swinging on the 13th of Adar." The moral of the story, Yeladim, that you now know, is to honor God and all people wherever you go, to stand up and speak for all that is right, and to you, Chag Sameach, Laila Tov, and good night.
Yeah, boy!
Stand for a tale so grand. Shushan is the place where it all began. The hidden miracle. One man, second in command. Slay all the Jews, but his wicked plan. A scheme so miserable. He chose a day for the disaster.